Yo, alright, it's been a week since I posted. Your boy's been on vacation. I was in San Antonio, went to Austin a little bit. Last trade review was on May 22nd, I'm pretty sure. Hold up. Yeah, May 22nd. I did not trade May 23rd or 24th, but I did trade 27th, 28th, and then yesterday. So today is Thursday, May 30th. It's pre-market. I have everything marked out from like every single trade I took. I just brought my laptop with me and I was trading and shit. But yeah, I did trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for today. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. This is gonna be a scattered ass review. Shit, I mean, I got tiny win on Monday. I won like two trades on Tuesday and then I lost yesterday. So we were overall green on the 3 days, but I'm gonna get straight into it. Alrighty, all this is Monday. So this is the first trade I took. Like I said, did not trade on the 23rd or the 24th. So Thursday and Friday, but I did take a trade on Monday. This is the start of Monday right here, and we came down a little bit. We had a giant SMT right here. This tapped in. This is like a daily fair value gap. Swept all this stuff. Not the really best correlation, but this is a pretty good indicator that it's gonna be going back bullish just because, yeah. Dude, it retraced a shit ton in one day. It almost got 100 points on the S&P, but yeah, going into Monday, this had came down right here, and there were some highs, older highs right here. Hold up, I need to mark something out real quick. Give me a second. Alright, so yeah, here's everything marked out. I took the trade on the NASDAQ, but there's a bunch of liquidity targets right here. Same thing with the S&P. On the NASDAQ, though, there's a giant 4-hour fair value gap that was not filled at all. And there were also two stacked highs down here. So that concerned me a little bit. I thought I might tap into that a little bit, even though we're in a bullish trend. S&P did not have that 4-hour fair value gap that NASDAQ did. So I was a little bit more confident on that. It kind of evened out, but I don't really know. Pre-market, there's an SMT. There's an SMT right here. What even is this? Yeah, just swept like a tiny little low right here. But yeah, there were stacked highs all up in here. I'm gonna go on the 1 minute chart. Dude, 8:30 open, bro. This bitch just fucking shot up and then hung out a little bit and it came right back down. It formed fair value gap like right in here. I didn't mark it out just because it got like filled in right away. So it shot up, came back down. It was overall bullish on the day, but dude, I don't even know. The fact that it came back down and formed kind of a BPR, a balanced price range right here, so like an inverse, that kind of took away from my buys. So I didn't know if it was gonna go all the way back up to these after it had gone and done that. Plus the S&P actually swept this, this, and this already. So there's like three of the highs already taken by the 8:30 open. Same shit on NASDAQ. I think there's like an FVG right here. It looks like it. But I was still kind of bullish, so I was, dude, bro, the candles on the S&P look so stupid. But I was still bullish on the day, so it came back down, filled in this for value gap right here. There was an SMT on the NASDAQ, so I was more inclined to trade on the NASDAQ because it had made a lower high. And wait, what the fuck am I saying? It had made a higher it had made a higher low. And so, if we go in here real quick, I did take a swing at this right here. So this had came down and it was pushing back up. There was some fair value gaps in here. This like 1 minute shit got rejected, got pushed back through again. So I took a swing at it, see if it could make it to this high right here. The S&P had equal highs right here. So that helped out a little bit, but this actually got stopped out and I closed this one early. So I did not even take really a loss right here, but this had came down and I think this is like a fucking 15-second turtle soup or something. It came down, filled this FEG or BPR actually, and then came down, tapped into it again. So I kind of entered off that. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. I entered like right here. You can't even see it, but I did close this one early because it was not doing what I wanted it to do. So that was pretty good on my part. But then this came down right here, closed me out, and it formed another SMT in favor of the NASDAQ being bullish. So I did enter again. Like I said, I didn't feel confident that it was going to go all the way back up to this high right here. Just because this open right here, it swept pretty much or not pretty much everything, but it had swept a good amount of all the liquidity back here. Also, there were a lot of bearish targets starting to stack up right here. If you look, NASDAQ already had two right here. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, there's like, honestly, this day could have gone either way. I was just going with the trend, but took this right here because of the SMT. Figured, it's probably going to go up here and start filling in this. If it's going to bounce, bro, I cannot find the brush. Figured if it was going to bounce, then it'd probably bounce somewhat in here and do something like that. So I just took a scaled down trade right here. I could have aimed farther. If I'd aimed farther, dude, I think I posted this on my... Holy shit. Yeah, so I got a 16R trade today. No, I did not feel confident that it was going to go all the way back up to this high right here. So I just got a tiny little scalp. I took what I was confident in, so I'm chilling for that. But that's pretty much all for Monday. So yeah, this was Monday. Closed this first one early. Didn't really take much of a loss. This one right here hit. That was pretty decent size trade. It was like close to my full position. I'm going to delete all this stuff right now and then go into Tuesday. Alright, this is Tuesday right here. It looks stupid, I know. So yeah, Tuesday going in, still in a bullish trend, and this was coming up. It had almost taken, it was reaching for this older high right here. S&P was a little bit slower to get up there, but I was actually bearish on this day because it had been pushing up, and there were zero liquidity targets really for going bullish, and it had pushed up and then pushed right back down. This was pre-market, yeah, 5:15. So there's a 30-minute BPR right here, balanced price range, and there were bearish liquidity targets from earlier, like I said. Those were still there, so all these stacked lows in here overpowered the bullish trend to just go up. There's an FPG right in here, same thing on NASDAQ, but I didn't think it was going to reach all the way and then keep going up to this, take this high just in the day. So yeah, overall bearish pre-market. If we're looking at this, there's this giant gap right here, and this day was actually pretty easy. Or not easy, it was like pretty clean in my opinion. 8:30 open, came up. This is gonna look better on the 1 minute chart, low key. I took the trade on the S&P, but so the NASDAQ had three pretty much equal highs, and this is 8:30 right here, 9:30 for all my Eastern folks right here. And on open, it came up, manipulated, SMT'd, took three highs in a 30-minute BPR, and it SMT'd. And there were liquidity targets, and I was bearish on the day. You already know I had to jump in. Alright, so we caught this little dub right here. I wasn't really too concerned about it filling the rest of this 30-minute BPR. We had already filled some of it actually, so yeah, and then with the SMT, it swept all this. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I was confident it was going to go back down here, so I just took this. This was full size as well, so yeah, that was a pretty nice win on Tuesday. Oh, I forgot to tell you all about news. Monday was Memorial Day, so it was a bank holiday. That's also one of the reasons I didn't aim terribly high for that long on Monday. I didn't think it was going to have enough volatility, but it actually did. Tuesday, some random shit. Dude, I'm not even going to lie, bro. These are the best days for trading. Just random red folder news days, because they're not too crazy. It's not insanely volatile news like CPI and PPI, but it adds enough volatility to where you can actually trade and you can still work around it. So, bro, I love these days. I'll trade these days. This is like almost a perfect week for news. I think this week's news has been pretty clean so far, but I think the rest being today and tomorrow are also going to be clean. So yeah, today's Thursday right now, and I have not traded yet. It's 7:16, but CB consumer confidence right here, bank holiday Monday, and then Wednesday I'm about to show y'all. It was just some orange folder stuff. That's pretty much it. And then today we have GDP, unemployment claims, and then pending home sales. I'll probably trade after market open at 8:30. I'll have to work around the 9 o'clock news, but that shouldn't be too bad at all. So yeah. Alright, I'm going to delete everything for Tuesday. Wednesday had been going down for the entirety of pre-market. We'd came down like 100 points on the NASDAQ. There were 4-hour fair value gaps, stuff like that. It was continuing to go down from yesterday, or not yesterday, Tuesday, although it came back up actually. Ooh, and it SMT'd. My Asian traders had some food to eat yesterday with that SMT. Yeah, there were liquidity targets on here. Nasdaq hadn't gone that far down, so the S&P was still going a little bit lower. One thing to worry about, there's a 4-hour bullish fair value gap that Nasdaq had just filled right here. So I actually kind of overlooked that. So as you can see, 4-hour fair value gap, 4-hour fair value gap, another one, and then another one. And Nasdaq had just filled this one right here. Pretty much at the beginning of the day, and the S&P didn't, but I was still a little bit overly bearish on the day. Dude, you can see just from right now, there were like a shit ton of SMTs. Wednesday's price action was fucking chop. Look at this, bro. All right, pre-market, like I said, 4-hour fair value gaps had formed right here. Going into pre-market, this had tapped up in here. Same thing with the S&P. And it had shot right back down, forming a 30-minute fair value gap on both of them in here. 8:30 open. What the fuck is the 1 minute chart? 8:30 open. Nasdaq came all the way up right here, shot up. S&P did not. S&P kept on making its way down. So I thought this was going to be an 8:30 manipulation into the 30-minute fair value gap. So it swept this little high right here, and the S&P didn't. This was the first SMT of the day. And then it did it again where Nasdaq took the higher high, or made a higher high, and then S&P made a lower high right here. So double SMT, and there was a fair value gap right here. BPR, if you want to count this little bullish thing that got disrespected. And I went in for a short right here. This wasn't the best shot. I was a little bit de-risked just because price was, I mean, an SMT is one thing, but shitty price action is another. So I was just looking at this. I mean, it wasn't terribly high confluence just because the only real liquidity target that was in sight for bearish was this high back from May 23rd. So I thought it was just going to go like a heat-seeking missile kind of and just push down the entire day, but it started coming back up. Well, in hindsight, it did come back up. Yeah, so I took this on lower size. I lost this one. Price came back up. I took this. I think it was like a little bit too. Actually, I don't really think there was too much wrong with that. Double SMT, and then the Nasdaq had filled this whole 30-minute fair value gap right here. I don't really think that was too bad, but I did kind of overlook this 4-hour fair value gap here getting filled pre-market, and then the lack of liquidity targets on the S&P. But yeah, that's pretty, I mean, I don't regret that trade. I'll take it like any day. But yeah, it was a little bit lower size. And then after that, price came down. Price did not come down. Price came up, and jeez, what am I looking? Alright, S&P did not take this high. Nasdaq did, as you can see. Tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap. Formed an SMT. I'm gonna delete all this shit. Actually, no, I'm gonna keep this one right here. Nasdaq came up and pushed through here. The S&P did not, so I went short again on this. This was a bit of a higher time frame trade right here, but it came up, pushed up, came to equilibrium. And I thought the Nasdaq was just gonna have a manipulation, do the same thing again. This was a good trade right here. Came up 4-hour fair value gap, SMT, boom, boom, entered like at the midpoint of this fair value gap, aiming for old liquidity right here. So this was a bit of a scaled out trade, but price just kept pushing on up right here. And then the rest of the day, all right, we're almost done with this. The rest of the day pretty much just chopped. Yeah, that's this shit looks so dumb, bro. So price on Monday and Tuesday was really clean, so I was kind of expecting it to do the same thing, but it ended up losing a bit of correlation on Wednesday. And so Wednesday was a loss. It wasn't too bad, but Tuesday was a pretty good win, pretty big win. And then Monday was tiny win just because I lost one small one, but then I won another one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for the review. Today, look, today's Thursday. I might make a review on this later on. I don't know if I'll trade today. Looking at this right now, though. Alright, we just swept this. This has not been swept yet. I think I'm more bullish today, Loki. Until it, like, goes up to here, I'd say. What the fuck? Yeah, I'm bullish until it goes up to here. I think it's going to retrace then. I don't really know what it's going to do from there. After it retraces, though, I think we're going to keep going bearish for the next 2 or 3 days, maybe. I thought this would be the end of the bearish trend right here, this tapping in and sweeping these. I thought this would continue on up to here, but I guess not. 4-hour chart. Ooh, this is a really good spot to retrace to. I can't even lie, bro. Or right down here. Hold up, is there daily fair value gaps on here? Oh shit, yeah. Dude, if the NASDAQ goes down to here, it feels like halfway of this daily fair value gap. Mean threshold, if you know what I'm saying. That's exactly what we're gonna be seeing. S&P is not even gonna fucking retrace. This is exactly what we're gonna see the next couple days. Alright, review over from May 27th to May 30th. Those are my 3 trading days on vacation. It's nice to see y'all again. But I mean, that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all. Peace.